Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved.
I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
In life, we all need a little help to reach our summit. Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
Game number 3 of our first day of the Heritage Hockey Classic here at Dakota Arena. The champions to our left, the Moorhead Spuds, with a record of 9-1 on the season, number 2 ranked in the staff poll here at Youth Hockey Hub. They take on the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders, 7-3, just outside the top 10. Let's Play Hockey has had them as high as number 12 in the ratings. Will Arnold in goal for Moorhead to our left in the black, 7-1. 15 goals on 134 shots. Goals against is 2.05, 88.8 save percentage, and 1 shutout. And for Cretin-Derham Hall, Ernie Drury, a new face there, 5-0. Has allowed 7 goals on 97 shots. Goals against is 1.53, and a save percentage of 92.8%. No Joey Cullen for Moorhead today. He is out of the lineup injured, so there's only 2 for Cretin to contend with, Will and Max, and they've got 26 points between them. Get ready to go. Moorhead works left to right as we call the first period for you, and we are underway with game number 3. And a play out to center ice. Mav Timmons will play it to the Moorhead line and bring it in, and it's offside as Johnny Blato was in early. Leading scorers for Moorhead, Tyden Bergeson, starting at wing today, 25 points on 9 goals and 16 assists. Zach Zimmerman with 22, Brandon Mickelson 21. And for Cretin-Derham Hall, Blato leads with 12. Marcus Matias, 3 and 8 assists for 11 points. Shot in, and that's going to be icing on Cretin-Derham Hall as the puck came to Max Thompson, and he flipped it in from right between the red line and his own blue line. So we'll go all the way back for a face-off instead. 16 seconds gone, 2 stoppages. And we're now ready to go. Soren Somweber will face off against Max Cullen. And the puck comes out to center, and Zach Devig will shoot it in for Moorhead. Behind the net, Drury sets it up, and the Raiders will start out. Max Thompson behind the goal to Charlie Engstrom and played up the wing. And a pass too far for Blato, but relaying it in is Timmons. And it's back behind the Moorhead goal now. And Johnny Blato coming in on the forecheck. Puck comes to Devig on the near side. And now Brandon Mickelson in the left corner having trouble with Blato. Picks it up for the Raiders. And then he is knocked in against the boards by Mickelson. And Moorhead comes out with a puck right between the wickets of Michael Herman and back deep into the Raiders zone. Moorhead is getting a change. Actually, both teams are finishing changes now. And here's Matias playing it ahead to center. And now Torrin Tompkins over the line for the Raiders, taken out. And Corton behind the goal for Moorhead. Here's Drew Corton up the left wing. And now a pass broken up at center ice by Matias. And now picking up in the center circle is Evan Warner. And he shoots it in for Moorhead back into the corner. And now Raiders try to break out up the middle. Matias can't get there, and Evan Warner turns it back. But the Raiders gain possession and almost give it up in front of their net as Torrin Tompkins starts back. Now a pass up the middle, and here's a break and a shot. Ooh, and it goes wide from Brody Ruprecht. And a good chance there, and hard to get a better chance than a breakaway. Out to center ice, and here's Evan Warner. I suppose if there's no goaltender in, now Warner closing, and he throws it across, and it was bouncing on Zimmerman, and he couldn't get a stick on it. And now back come the Raiders. Matias to center. Good pass, rink wide, and they come into the zone. A pass ahead for Thornvold is broken up, and now here comes Moorhead back. Mickelson over the Raiders line, cuts in, and then it's knocked off his stick, and here's Thornvold back behind the goal, and the Raiders play around to the far side, Cam Autry. And it comes down at center. Now over the line. Timmons trying to break in, and that's broken up and winds up behind the goal. And the Spuds pick it up. We played just under 2.5 minutes now, and it's tipped into the zone by George Arnold. After it there is Brown around on the far side for the Raiders. Middle breakout pass for Thornvold doesn't work out. Raiders lose possession, and here's a shot by Will Cullen. Stopped, and the Raiders pick it up and will lay it back out to center ice. And here's Zach Devig. Over the line. Devig leaves a drop for Will Cullen. Loose on the wall, and now Alex Blado picks it up for Cretin-Derham Hall from the red line. Is played on into the zone. Devig back for it. Plays to center. Will Cullen shoots it in. Now the Raiders come out the near side, and here's Max Thompson passing to the right, and they break in. Grady Odlog on the right takes a shot. And a stop made by Arnold as it comes off to the left boards and finally out to center. Now shot back in. The Spuds pick it up, and here's Devig. Rink wide pass up the middle, and it winds up drifting off wide to the right of the Raiders' net. And they'll leave it behind the goal. Good pace to the start of this one. 3.5 minutes gone in the first period, and now here's Engstrom in the near corner. And it's played to the near side by Alex Blado, and now out to center. Picked up by Corton and fed to the left, now into the middle, and here's Bergeson over the line. Pass to the slot. Here's a shot by Max Cullen, and that goes over the top. 19 points worth of Max Cullen for the Spuds so far this season, and Odlog picks it up, and he clears it all the way down the ice, and that will be an icing call against Cretin-Derham Hall. We played 3 minutes, 54 seconds of the first period. One shot on goal, and it's gone to Moorhead. Face-off coming up to the right of the Raiders' goal. Moorhead won their first 8 games and then fell 4-2 against Minnetonka in the Battle of the Block M logos. And that game in Moorhead as well. And now played on out to center. And here comes Cretin-Derham Hall. Ruprecht over the line. Blado shoots, and that winds up going wide. And here's Max Delisle playing it down. Blado behind the goal. 8 goals to lead the Raiders this season. Now to the right point, swung around to the near side for Delisle. Now back across. Here's a shot, and somehow through traffic that was seen as Somweber's shot winds up sticked off to the corner. Now here comes Moorhead back. John Kramer playing it to center for Zimmerman over the line, and that is picked off. And Timmons goes behind the goal to the near side for Delisle for the Raiders. Pass to center, tipped ahead by Johnny Blado, and that goes back into the Moorhead zone behind the goal. And now Zimmerman, or Mickelson rather, plays to center. Tipped ahead by Warner and claimed by Andrew Sinna, who has it in front of the Cretin-Derham Hall goal. Pass to the left wing for Blado is intercepted. And over the line comes Drew Corton. He throws it across. Nice pass, loose to the right edge. And unable to throw it in front was Arnold, who had the original recipient of that pass. Now shot in. And Raiders play it into the zone. I believe that's Tompkins, 14 behind the net. Now it's picked up by Moorhead. They come to the near side boards, and now Matias centers it, and it comes all the way around to the right point for Brown. Andrew Brown to the near side. Marcus Matias in the circle. He throws it into the middle, and there's really no one there as Tompkins had his stick lifted in any event. And now behind the goal, Brody Ruprecht falls. Puck comes to the near side, and it's held by Sinna at the hash mark. Back behind the goal for Will Cullen. Played around, and now Campbell out to center. Seamus Campbell to the near side. And that is Will Cullen over the line, and there's lots of white shirts there. And it's picked up now by Marcus Matias along the near boards. 11:17 to go, first period. No score in this one, and the Raiders trying to solve this forecheck as here's Autry. And now he'll drop it back into the zone. Cretin-Derham Hall finishing a change, and now they're able to start up on the right side. Flicked in by Max Thompson, and that winds up in the corner. Nearly played with a high stick by the goaltender as the puck comes out. And now controlled by Engstrom for Cretin-Derham Hall. Rink-wide pass intercepted by Finn Paulson, who plays it back for Moorhead. And over the line they come. A pass down for Max Cullen. and Engstrom beat him to it in the corner. And the Raiders will flip one high in the air, and it comes down to center ice on the bounce, swatted at by Thornvold without success. And now played ahead and into the Moorhead zone, and finally played right back out. Now a pass to center, and now a good drop, and here comes Max Cullen in, and it comes to the right edge of the goal, and Drury sticks it off to the corner. Now the Raiders will clear out to center ice, and here's Devig to the center circle. Herman over the line. Herman trying to thread one through, and Engstrom was there to block it. 7 minutes gone in the first period, no score. And played out to center, now picked up by Mickelson. And he is taken to the boards against the wall, and Zimmerman can't play it now, rink wide. Out to center, and here is Moorhead shooting it right back in. And Drury not able to completely cut that puck off. It goes to the corner. And now picked up by Alex Blade out of center ice. And now here come the Raiders in. And this is Odlog. He takes the shot. Saved by Arnold. Off to the boards on the far side. Controlled now by Kramer to center ice. One touch for Warner. Over the line, Zimmerman. And he is having trouble there. Puck comes up the slot. And it winds up knocked over the glass and out of play. But there was a good duel going on that zone entry. And the puck wound up going out of play. We'll get a face-off to the right of Ernie Drury. Sam Weber will face off for Cretin-Derham Hall against Cullen. From the draw, here's a shot that's off the traffic and wide from Paulson. Now the puck along the near boards and shot all the way down the ice by the Raiders, which will go for an icing. With 9:10 left in the period, the shot's now 3-1 for Cretin-Derham Hall. One more game to go tonight. Holy Angels and Edina will close this out. Good first day here. First game, St. Thomas Academy over Lakeville North 10-0. And the game just completed. It was Shakopee over Prior Lake 6-2 as Cretin-Derham Hall ices the puck again from the faceoff. So we'll go all the way back. Tomorrow's games at this event, we start at noon, Lakeville North and Holy Angels. 2:30 is Prior Lake and Cretin-Derham Hall. 5 o'clock, Shakopee and Moorhead. And then the late game is Edina and St. Thomas Academy. Play back in the right corner, now behind the net. And Moorhead's Bergeson tried to play it in front, overskated. Now comes to the right point, Devig. Back down, and Bergeson feeds it across to the left for Mickelson. Here's a shot, and it's got through. Rebound chance, goes behind the net. Bergeson tries to center. And now another centering pass loose in the slot area, and Max Cullen had a whack at it but couldn't knock it on goal. Raiders back. And over the line, here's Mav Timmons, and he winds up playing it back behind the net as he takes a shot in the mush there. Around to the near side, Delisle at the hash mark trying to hold. And he goes back to Matthias at the point, loose in front. Blado shoots, and that goes off the traffic. Never got through, and Max Cullen claims the rebound out to the point, and it's held by Johnny Blado. Centers in the front, Matthias, one-time shot. Oh, and a good opportunity there for Brody Ruprecht. And not able to cash. We'll get a face-off in the Moorhead zone with 8:09 to go in the first period. We'll get a face-off to the right of the Moorhead goal. And Matthias wins the draw cleanly. Sinna can't see the net, plays rink wide. And it's turned around by Zach Zimmerman to the near side. And Warner can't quite reach it. It comes back in, and Senna will play it right back across. Ruprecht now up the slot. Matthias looking, goes back to Senna at the point, down the wall, and finally behind the net where it's picked up by Brody Ruprecht, and he lost out to Zimmerman behind the goal, cleared over to the far side, and Bergeson passed a center tip. Zimmerman claims it anyway, over the line. And now looking for the breaking forward. Warner can't get it to him. Zimmerman shoots, a save made by Drury, and we get a face-off. 7:29 to go in the opening period. No score, 3 shots aside. Face-off will come in the Raiders zone to the left of Drury. And it'll be Will Cullen on for the face-off. Now cleared around behind the net for Cretin-Derham Hall. Behind the goal, here's Max Thompson. Over to the far side, and now rink wide. And over the line is Charlie Engstrom. Throwing it across, it'll come right up the slot, and here's bombs away by Thompson, loose in front, and trapped by Arnold quickly against the post. And Luke Pelichek on for this face-off, number 16. Playing just his second game of the season and icing against Moorhead. And again, Moorhead playing without Joey Cullen tonight. One of their leading scorers and one of the best players you'll find in the state of hockey. Now from the draw. Played on out to center and tipped in by Bergeson. Raiders claim in the left corner of their zone, and a pass up the middle comes out to center. And here's Cam Autry. Playing to the line, bouncing puck, and finally the Spuds will pick it up and play to center ice. Bergeson over the line, and he is taken out by Thompson against the boards, and now the puck out to center. Spuds claim it, and it's played by Mickelson over to the near side for Zach Devig, and then he plays it rink wide into the Raiders zone, loose to the wall, controlled by Autry, and then banked on out. Moorhead will try again. Devig, the near side, playing it down the wing, and now a pass to up the slot, and Engstrom tied up his man nicely, Herman, before he could get a shot away, and now a D-to-D pass comes out to center, and Moorhead has to clear the zone. Now Devig on the near side, dropping it back for Brandon Mickelson. 21 points from defense, including 9 goals. And now played up the wing, and that's tipped back into the Raiders zone. Set up by Drury behind the goal. Long pass to center ice. And Aiden Diethart, number 7, can't control it. Now Odlog back into the zone, and now out to center ice for Aiden Diethart over the line. Working there against Corton, comes around to the far side, and it'll go back to the wall. Paulson battling for it there, and the Raiders will pick it up. Centering pass to the circle, and a shot from a sharp angle comes through, and now a drive from the boards by Delisle, and that one was a little more serious as Arnold made the stop, and back come the Spuds, and over the line they come. Warner on the far side, and now winds up in the corner. Finally played up the wall, and the Raiders break out rink wide. Delisle at center. Over the line, Delisle again shoots through a screen right on, and a save made. Good stop there by Arnold as he put it right through Corton's legs on the way to the goal, and we get a stoppage with 4:53 left in the first period. And the Raiders have played this one head up so far, and they are staying with an excellent Moorhead team. Face off to the right of Will Arnold. Puck down. Sinna off to the right point and bouncing on Andrew Brown, who plays it down. Here is Timmins. Now 2 against 2 in the corner. And the puck comes to the wall, picked up by Bergeson. And now Moorhead starts down the wing. And a pass ahead for Herman. He latches onto it, centers it, and a body drop block there by Sinna. Wins the puck back for the Raiders. Comes high in the slot. Now back down, picked up by Max Cullen. Leaves a drop to the circle and a shot right on from Herman. And a save made by Drury. Will get a face-off in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone. 4:23 to go in the first period. Good skill out here. Now play off to the right boards, and Somweber goes in for it for the Raiders along with two Spuds. And it comes free, dug out along the goal line there by Bergeson, and it winds up to the near side, and Cretin-Derham Hall gets control. 4:05 to go. Pass up the middle is on the wrong side of Ruprecht and goes the length of the ice. No icing, though. Paulson back for it. He goes behind the net. And on the near side, Steffen plays it up the wall, and picked up there by Cullen over the line. Cuts in, passes to the left, and now a drop pass comes up the slot. Maybe one pass too many there as Brady Steffen picks it up at center, and then he runs in against the boards, and it's controlled by Engstrom for Cretin-Derham Hall. 3:40 to go, long pass up the wing, and Tompkins tips it, and over the line, Palachek, and he goes down. Penalty coming on Moorhead. First penalty of the game, and Cretin-Derham Hall will get the game's first power play. And it comes 13 minutes and 27 seconds into this game, and it's going to be on Will Cullen. Power play, Cretin-Derham Hall has not been good by their standards this year. 4 out of 25, that is 16%. Moorhead's penalty kill, 23 out of 29, 79.3. Face-off coming to the left of Arnold. Raiders win the draw. And a shot off the traffic in front. Tripping is the penalty on Cullen, and now the Raiders have it, and Bladau will circle back in his zone. We have a whistle, and we got another penalty. We have an interference call coming, and it's going to come on the Raiders, and it's going to wipe out their power play. Soren Somweber is going to be penalized. So their power play lasts 14 seconds. 13:41 the time of the penalty, so we go 4 aside for 1:46, and then 14 seconds of Moorhead power play unless someone else winds up in the box. Comes over to the near side. Now picked up by the Raiders, and they got 4 aside. Here's Bladau. Over the line to Matthias, back to Bladau, and now a pass up the slot is picked up. Engstrom down to Bladau, centering pass, one-timer, what a goal! Marcus Matthias, that was as good a three-way passing play as you'll see. Marcus Matthias, 4th goal of the season. And just terrific work. Assists go to Engstrom and Johnny Bladau. And the time of the goal is 14 minutes and 5 seconds. It's 4-on-4. And it is 1-0 Cretin-Derham Hall. And the puck comes to the Spuds. Another minute 18 of 4-on-4 hockey. Puck in the Cretin-Derham Hall end. And the Spuds, not used to trailing the game, certainly. Now do, and Bergeson feeds it over to the left side for Drew Corton. Now back to Bergeson, leading scorer for the Spuds tonight. Or on the season, I should say, and he would be barring great nights by some of his teammates. Now here's Max Cullen at the left point. Cullen, top of the circle, working there, gets past his man. Timmons comes in front, shoots, save made by Drury, and it's underneath him. That's a good stop. And now we have pushing and shoving behind the net, and that brings a change in focus from the players on the ice. And with 2:11 to go in the first period, we'll take a face-off in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone to the right of Ernie Drury. Ruprecht will take the face-off against Max Cullen as the 11s go at it. And now to the left point it comes, and Corton Plays beside the net. Spuds get it back. Corton in front, shoots, and he put it wide. Rebound into the circle and now into the slot, and it's picked up by the Raiders, and Engstrom will put it all the way down the ice, but they wave it off. Comes now to the near side, and the Raiders will reclaim at center, drop back to Engstrom in their zone. 17 seconds away from a quick Moorhead power play as Moorhead's Bergeson turns back. 10 seconds in the 4-on-4, and Moorhead will start back. Here is Mickelson over the line, Brandon Mickelson. And comes around the far side. Moorhead now on the power play for the first time, 36%. But this is only a 14-second power play. And now it comes back behind the goal to the near side. And players from both teams in. Will Thonvold for the Raiders plays it behind the goal. Penalties are over. Both teams are at even strength. The puck shot the length of the ice. And back for it as the puck is set up behind the net by Will Arnold. Now played back to neutral ice, and here comes Max Cullen down the wing. Cullen leaves it. Here's Zimmerman shooting, and a save made. Good stop by Drury as the puck comes out to center. And now last minute of play, and here's Alex Blado coming in over the line. He goes down and then winds up taking the stick out of the Moorhead player's hands. Here's a chance for Cullen, a shot, and a glove save by Drury. Just like on the hockey cards as we go back and forth. And the last laugh there to Ernie Drury, who came out and made a super glove stop. 49 seconds to go in the first period. 1-0 Cretin-Derham Hall. Face off again to the right of Drury. Spuds win the draw, but pull it between the point men. And all the way back out to center. Devig over to the left side for Mickelson. And he will shoot it in, rings the boards to the near side. And here's Warner. Taken in against the boards. 35 seconds to go in the period. And now down behind the net, Seamus Campbell looking to center it. And that is broken up, comes to the right boards. Ruprecht after it, and now picked up and banked off the boards back into the Moorhead zone deep. Devig goes after it. 20 seconds to go in the period. Now Mickelson around on the boards, out towards the blue line, played out to center, and here's Zimmerman over the Raiders line. Zimmerman leaves a drop pass. Here's a shot that doesn't get through from Herman, and the rebound cleared out to center with 5 seconds to go in the period, and that'll do it for one period of play here from Dakota Arena, and it's Cretin-Derham Hall leading defending champions Moorhead 1-0. Moorhead with 7 shots, and Cretin-Derham Hall with 6. But the only goal, Marcus Matias scoring at the 14:05 mark, 4-on-4. And it is 1-0 after 1. We'll take a break. Second period coming up next from Dakota here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
With an injection, we're usually trying to minimize inflammation or block a nerve to prevent it from sending a signal somewhere that causes you pain. So we're not actually masking any of the symptoms or the problem, but we are trying to improve the inflammation or block the pain signal so that people can feel relief.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah,
Even that one?
even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Second period from Dakota Arena. And Cretin-Derham Hall has a 1-0 lead on Moorhead as we get ready for period number 2. Jeff Pappas with you from this wonderful facility right at Mystic Lake Casino in Prior Lake. Teams change ends, attack towards their benches in the second period. Marcus Matias with the first goal and the only goal of the game at 14:05 of the first period. We're underway here in the second. Brandon Mickelson plays it into the zone, and now a giveaway centering pass, and nearly a goal there as Herman cut it off in the corner and centered for Max Cullen, who couldn't get a stick on it. As Ernie Drury, perhaps a little too casual behind the goal there, as puck now centered on the goal line, extended centering pass, and Bergeson can't. Now a second try by Bergeson and a save made by Drury. Bergeson missed the first one, got wood on the second one. Here's Mickelson closing. Mickelson now drops back to the high slot. Still in possession, takes the shot and puts it wide as Max Cullen goes after the rebound, plays it down behind the net. Good shift. Here's Mickelson throwing it across. They score. Max Cullen. Boy, a pretty goal at that end as well. Max Cullen's 6th goal of the season, and Moorhead has tied it up. Well, it didn't take Moorhead long. They took just 47 seconds to come out and tie this game up. Max Cullen's first goal, or his 6th goal. And only 47 seconds into the second period, we have a tie game, and Drury dealing with a equipment issue here. And it's dealt with now. So we'll go back for a face-off. Max Cullen's 6th goal. Mickelson will get 1 assist.
Moorhead goal, score line number 11, Max Cullen. Assist to number 4, Brandon Mickelson. And number 10, Michael Herman.
And Herman also gets an assist at 47 seconds. 1-1 the score. Raiders back in. Matias, who has their goal behind the net now, banks it off the boards to the right point to Vinnie Millard. Now over to the left. Here's a shot and a save made by Arnold against Max Delisle. The puck cleared back to center past Delisle. Here's a race for it as he and Zimmerman go after it. Zimmerman gets there first and has the puck in the corner, centers it, picked off by Matias, and now played on out to center. Tipped by Tompkins and to the right side over the line, and it's Ruprecht back over to Tompkins on the left side, and he goes back behind the net with it, and Mickelson doing a nice job of standing in the way there. So the forechecker, Ruprecht, could not get to the puck. Now here's Warner, rink wide over the line, John Kramer, and he's taken in against the boards behind the net. Zimmerman tied up there. Matias comes in to help out. Back behind the net, Zimmerman looking for an outlet, comes to the corner, and we're going to get a penalty on Zimmerman, and that's a frustration penalty there. He lost possession of the puck and then wound up high sticking Andrew Brown into the boards. We'll see what the exact infraction is here, but Zimmerman gets the penalty, and it's a cross check. Time of the penalty is 1 minute and 55 seconds. Power play number 2 for Cretin-Derham Hall. The first one lasted only 14 seconds. And now out to center. The race for it. And the Spuds drop it back into their zone. Good start to this penalty kill for them. Swept over to the near side. And Mickelson will shoot it all the way down the ice. And behind the net, Drury sets it up. There's Thompson behind the goal. It's a power play unit will set up. And here they come. Zone entry on the left, and after it there, Mav Timmons, and he's taken in against the boards. Puck loose behind the net, cleared around to the near side. No point man there, and here out to center comes Moorhead, and here's Bergeson over the line, and he will sweep it behind the net off to the far side. Max Cullen after it, and now Matthias skates him off behind the goal and will stop with a minute to go in the power play. And here come the Raiders back. Pass to the near side. Matthias, Johnny Blado over the line, and that rings around to the far side. Timmons after it. He goes back behind the net. Blado looks to center, comes all the way to the left point. And now played down. Timmons behind the goal. Somweber. Blado. Thompson. Over to the far side. Matthias. Back to Thompson. Up the slot. Now to Johnny Blado. He takes the shot. And it's loose at the crease. And it's underneath the goaltender. A scramble. Blado's shot came down off of Arnold and landed to the right edge of the goal crease. And he and Mav Timmons were engaged in a scramble for it. And the goaltender won. So we got a stoppage with 34 seconds in the power play and a face-off to the right of the Moorhead goal. Face off again to the right of the goal. And the Raiders win the draw. And it's picked up by Torrin Tompkins in the high slot. Engstrom over to the far side and gets it back on a return. Engstrom down low. Centering pass comes through. And Tompkins. Again, cross ice pass. Here's Engstrom. Down the wall, played around behind the net. And off to the near side for Tompkins, who's trying to free it. And now picked up by Thornbold. Comes to the right edge. He put it across. Penalty is over. And puck loose behind the Moorhead goal. It's off a broken stick there. And Raiders get possession. And Finn Paulson playing without a stick at the moment, the defenseman. Now played out to center. Spuds break in. Zimmerman throws it across to the near side. A centering pass, they score! Max Cullen from Bergeson, and it's 2-1. Cullen's second goal of the period, and Moorhead has put up a couple of picture goals to take the lead for the first time, 2-1. Bergeson with a great pass to him, and the time of the goal, 4:21. And Moorhead has the lead for the first time. So whatever John Hammerman told him at halftime, or halftime period intermission, I should say, do it again. It was come out like a house on fire here and scored twice in the first 4.5 minutes.
Assist to number 23, Titan Bergeson, and number 14, Grady Hutari. That's Cullen from Bergeson and Hutari.
And Grady Hutari is also being given an assist, number 14. And Moorhead has the lead for the first time in the game. Now, off the inboards, here's a shot from in tight by Dythard, and a save made by Will Arnold. And a good one as Cretin tries to answer immediately. Now Millard behind the goal, leaves it in the left corner. 11:45 to go. Bank pass off the wall to center and tipped down into the circle. Finally claimed by Odlog, and he comes along the blue line and then lost out to Warner. Off to the near side, and that's going to be picked up by Millard, who plays it down behind the Moorhead goal. After it there is Zach Devig. And a bank pass to center ice for Seamus Campbell. Doesn't connect. And the Raiders will play it back in. Here's Matthias trying to get in, and Mickelson got just enough of him to knock him off the puck as the puck comes out to center ice, and it's controlled by Sinna for Cretin-Derham Hall. Pass to the near side. Tompkins over the line. Matthias cuts to the net. Lost out to Will Cullen. And around behind the goal, Max Cullen with both goals here in the second period for Moorhead, and they come right back in over the line. Now here's Kramer. He puts it in front, and a save made off the stick of Zimmerman by Ernie Drury, and we'll get a face-off in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone, and Moorhead has come out very strongly. 2 goals on 4 shots here in the second period and a lead for the first time. Moorhead comes in front from the faceoff. Zimmerman drags through the whole team, comes in front, and then Drury is able to get a glove on it. And a piece of stick handling there by Zach Zimmerman. Face-off to the right of the Cretin-Derham Hall goal. And Kramer on the draw. Zimmerman controls at the left point and then plays it down the wall. Back behind the net, Corton. And the Spuds get possession. Back behind the net. Now it's going to be controlled by Max Thompson for the Raiders. Back around behind Hops Engstrom and comes to the left point area. Finally comes out, and Raiders are able to clear the pressure a little bit, but not win the battle as the puck comes back into their zone. Max Thompson behind the net comes out the left side and starts up. Thompson to Timmons. Oh, it was a breakout pass, and Timmons chased it down, goes back behind the net. Somweber feeds over to the far side. And now Somweber comes in, leaves a drop along the boards for Blado, and now it winds up loose to the right point and out to center ice. Moorhead attacks 3 wide. And a centering pass and another shot, and it winds up off the goaltender's. Kramer had the chance. Now a bounding puck towards the right point. Mickelson plays it down. Bergeson behind the net. And now Zimmerman has possession. Zimmerman tried to sneak one across for Mickelson. Sharp angle shot. Ooh, and an opportunity for Warner. Goes begging at the left post. Now ahead. Here's a chance. And it's Cam Autry going in. A shot and a save by Will Arnold. Cam Autry got a breakaway, and the save made by Will Arnold. Face off in the Moorhead zone. Face-off coming to the right of the Moorhead goal, and good opportunity there for the Raiders to get tied up. And the puck is picked up and cleared out to center. Past Bergeson, it will come to the left side of the goal for an icing call. We'll go back with now 9:21 to go in the period. Matt Cullen, 2 goals, his first one at 47 seconds from Mickelson and Herman. His second at 4:21. From Bergeson and Brady Hutari. Face off now to the right again of the Moorhead goal. Puck loose from the face off. It comes now to the left point, and here's a shot that's deflected wide from Delisle. And Moorhead controls past to center. It comes free and now is again controlled by Cam Autry, and then he lost it. Here's Bergeson back over the line. And he is forced around behind the net, swings around, and tried to put it in front. Did. Here's a shot, and that went off the traffic as Bergeson with a good chance. Now puck off to the corner and finally to center. Mickelson. Back across for Moorhead. And Bergeson banks it off the wall and gets it back on a return pass. Coming up on the halfway mark of this contest. 2-1 Moorhead over Cretin-Derham Hall. Jeff Pappas with you here on the Youth Hockey Hub tonight. As the puck comes out to center, and it's played on in by Autry, who heads for the bench on a change. And now around on the near side. It's Bergeson at the right point in the zone, plays it out to center. And now Alex Blado plays it over to the left and then goes after the puck and shoots it ahead into the Moorhead zone. Max Cullen, scorer of both their goals, has it. And out to center it comes. Now play to the blue line, and the Spuds will come back in. Bergeson. Over the line, works to the left, and that's stolen away by Alex Blado. He goes down, and the puck under him. Blado gets back up, battles for it, and finally it does come out to center. Here comes Bergeson back for the Spuds. Drop pass to Will Cullen, who threw it across, and now Andrew Sinna The corner plays it ahead, and the Raiders will try the middle this time. They get the puck out to center ice, and Odlog goes down. Picked up there at center, and then dropped back into the Cretin-Derham Hall end. Odlog at neutral ice will relay it in, and weird hop off the boards, and a chance for Aiden Diethert, and he wound up putting it, I believe, off a goalpost as the puck came out, and Will Arnold was stranded. Now Will Cullen plays it in, and it winds up behind the net. Played across by Diethert into the far side, and now out to center, and here's a race for it. Here come the Raiders. Down the wing, and Tompkins forced back, waiting for help on a change, puts it into the middle, and now Campbell picks it off, loose in the high slot, and now finally controlled again by Will Cullen behind the goal for Moorhead. Pass up the right wing is going to go the length, and that will be icing against Moorhead. 6:52 to go, second period. 2-1 Moorhead. 2 goals for Will Cullen. Or Max Cullen, rather. Max has both the goals, 6th and 7th of the season. Face-off coming to the right of the Moorhead goal. Now played up the wall, and it hops Matias and comes out to center ice. We have a penalty coming behind the play. It's going to go against the Raiders. And the puck now controlled, and that will be the signal for the whistle to come. We have a roughing call coming. And it's going to go against Torrin Tompkins. Ten minutes, 21 seconds, the time of the penalty, and it's Moorhead's first full power play of the game. They had a short one in the opening period. Their power play, lethal as you might expect, 13 for 36, 36%. And the Raiders' penalty kill has been excellent, 39 for 42. And now played back into the Moorhead zone. Zimmerman behind the goal and is forced back. It's a lot of penalties for the Raiders. They have been shorthanded on average 4 times per game coming into this one. 42 penalty kills already in only 10 games. Cleared around to the near side, and now they have another one, but they're a very good penalty killing team. Now a pass to the left side, and over the line they come. Engstrom shoots, hits the outside of the net, and back behind the goal. Warner for Moorhead is tied up by Johnny Blado against the boards, tries to pin it against the wall, and now it does come out. And here comes Moorhead back. Max Cullen, man of the moment, over to Bergeson, and that's offside. So we'll get a face-off at neutral ice. Halfway through the power play, 5:42 to go, second period. The Spuds have rallied for 2 goals and lead it. Coming up next, the final game of the evening, Holy Angels against Edina. Another matchup of 2 excellent squads. Backhanded ahead by the Raiders, and Matias will chase after. He'll get there first. Backhanded shot, and a save made by Arnold. But hustle there by Marcus Matias, put it down the ice and got a shot on goal. And back comes Max Cullen. He goes down against the boards, and it's picked up and slung around on the near side, looking for Matias on the hash mark on the near side. 40 seconds to go in the penalty. Matias will pick it up and carry up the middle. Long pass. There is a chance and a break in for Ruprecht, but it hopped his stick. And now Matias trying to get in before the goaltender got his feet set. The puck comes back out to center, and it's controlled by Cretin-Derham Hall. Millard over to the far side. And a pass up the middle for Matias. Winds up going back deep into the zone with 17 seconds of power play left. And here comes Moorhead. Bergeson hits the red line. Comes over, and then he is knocked down by Will Thonvold, and the puck is cleared but not out. Now banked out to center. And Alex Blado will backhand it in. And that's it for the penalty. As Tompkins steps back on. 4:34 to go in the second period. And Moorhead back over the line. Herman. And he is taken in against the boards by Malone. Coming in to help out is Cam Autry. Over to the far side. Played down and finally played out to center ice. Swept in from center. And it'll wind up back of the Moorhead goal, where it's claimed again by Bergeson. And a pass up to center ice, turned back by Ruprecht. And now here comes Cretin-Derham Hall in over the line and through a screen. A shot never got through from Thonvold. And now out to center ice. The Spuds pick it up and pass down the near wing. Here's Gramer over the line. Gramer in the circle, shoots, and a stop made, I believe, by Drury. Now comes to the right point, and we get a whistle, and we have the goaltender's helmet off. And that is going to result in an immediate stoppage of play. We'll face off in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone. Face-off win, and here's a shot that goes wide of the goal by Drew Corton. Trigger man right off the face-off. Puck comes to the near corner. 3:40 to go now in period number 2. And a diagonal pass to the right. Here's a shot and a glove catch by Ernie Drury. And we'll get a face-off to his left. Face-off coming up to the left of the Raiders net, and Matthias will face off against Zimmerman. Matthias will carry for Cretin-Derham Hall, gets the puck to center ice to the right. Ruprecht over the line. Ruprecht forced wide, goes to the corner and puts on the brakes. Waits for help, drops it to the right point. Thompson shoots right on, and a save by Will Arnold. And we'll get another draw in the Moorhead zone. Down to 3:23 to go in the second period. Shots 14-13. Each team was 7 here in the second period. Loose along the boards from the face-off. And finally played out to center, and here is Zimmerman for Moorhead. Ferguson breaks for the net, but the puck winds up out at center ice, and it's controlled by Steffen for Moorhead. Finn Paulson out of the right side, and it comes into the zone, and that's going to be icing against Moorhead. We'll go back with exactly 3 minutes to go now in the second period, and a 2-1 contest. Other games today, St. Thomas Academy started out with a 10-0 win over Lakeville North. And then Shakopee over Prior Lake by 6-2. Blato on the face-off against Max Cohen. Blato wins the draw. Thompson over to the far side. One-time shot and a save by Arnold. Quick shot there by Timmons, and now it winds up along the board. Zimmerman will play it out to center. And now here comes Ferguson over the line. He lost possession, and Cretin-Derham Hall will regroup. Under 3 to go now in period number 2. And Thompson will start out. Thompson gains zone entry, and it's offside on the left as he tried to play it through the feet of Timmons, who leapt up in the air. To no avail. Face off at neutral. 2:26 now to go. 2 quick goals by Max Cullen in this period have put Moorhead back on top. Good game so far. And it's controlled now by Paulson for Moorhead. Plays it ahead and into the Raiders zone, chasing it down. Delisle in the near corner, plays it around. And Palachek after it. Now it comes up to the right point. Here's a shot that fizzes wide of the goal from Corton. And now Paulson plays it back down. And Moorhead continues to press. Will Cullen comes to the slot, has it knocked away to the boards, and then picks it up again behind the Raiders' goal. Centers it. And winds up behind the net as Millard throws a hit that knocked Seamus Campbell down, and now out to center. The Spuds get control. Less than 2 minutes to go. They shoot it back in. And delayed offside coming that is taken off once they clear the zone. Here comes Cretin-Derham Hall. 90 seconds to go in the period. Play to the blue line and turn right back at neutral ice. Bouncing puck in the center circle. Ruprecht plays it ahead. Matthias off to the left side. And now trying to come in front. Palachek is blocked off. And here's Matthias centering it, looking for Ruprecht. And now out to center it comes. And Sinna for Cretin-Derham Hall will shoot it right back in. 1:10 to go. Rings the boards to the far side, right through a line change. Matthias, now the puck to the right point, and it's played down by Thornvold. And now back behind the goal of Paulson for Moorhead as we hit the last minute of play in the second period. And puck is loose along the near wall. Raiders get it and work to the slot. This is Autry feeding over to the far side for Sinna. And behind the goal, after it now, Thornvold in the near corner for Cretin-Derham Hall. Comes back to Senna, takes a shot, stick save Arnold, and it comes off to the boards on the near side now with 35 seconds to go, and here's a clearance that'll go the length of the ice, and an icing call against Moorhead with 32 seconds to go. Here in period number 2. Now Moorhead will play the early game as they generally do on Saturday. They've got the long bus trip home. Now cleared around on the dasher and out to center ice. And Matthias not able to hold it. Coming in Bergeson. And he is finally steered away by Johnny Blado. Takes him hard into the boards. And now here comes Cretin-Derham Hall. 17 seconds to go in the period. Thompson over the Moorhead line. Thompson going wide. Tried to center from deep. That was blocked by Devig. And now cleared over the glass and out of play with 8 seconds to go. So an offensive zone faceoff for the Raiders here with 8 seconds to go in the second period. Johnny Blado on the faceoff against Max Cullen. And picked up now in the left corner. Devig clears it around, and it goes out of play. So another one coming up with 3 seconds to go. .3 to be precise. And Timmons will draw. Probably try to get something towards the net. No, he won't. He's just been kicked out of the faceoff, and Johnny Blado will come in and take it for the Raiders. He wins the draw cleanly, but pulls it right past Timmons, and that's going to do it for the second period. Moorhead scores twice, and they lead at 2-1. Moorhead with 7 shots on goal in the period. They score twice. Cretin-Derham Hall with 9 shots, and the shots 15-14 Raiders after 2, but they trail 2-1. So we'll take a break to resurface and come back with the third period next. This is the Tradition Holiday Classic on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
In life, we all need a little help to reach our summit. Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
back at Dakota Arena for the third period. Moorhead 2, Cretin-Derham Hall 1. Game 3 of the 4 games today. Jeff Pappas with you with a call. Glad to have you along as third period is underway. And Max Thompson plays it to the Moorhead line and batted right back out to center. Matthias will shoot it back. And now it winds up in the Raiders zone. Engstrom rounds the net and leaves it for Thompson behind the goal. Penalty box is empty. Thompson being watched there like a hawk by Bergeson. Now waits for some help and banks one to the center. And here's Tompkins over the Moorhead line. Tried to split a defender and then wound up playing it to the right boards. Matthias centers it, hits the back of the net. And cleared around to the far side and out. And here comes Moorhead back. Bergeson. Pass to center. Herman over the line. Now to Cullen. And he winds up face to face with Drury, but without the puck. And it comes out to center. And Tompkins plays it into the zone. Now out to center. And Warner knocked in against the boards. Finally picked up by Max Cullen. And back behind the goal. Now Engstrom puts on the brakes to get away from Kramer and feeds it over to the far side. Long pass up the middle. Breakaway. Blado going in. He shoots in. He put it high. Great take by Blado there. Good long reach, and he made the play. Went in on a breakaway and then did not put it on goal. Rebound off the end boards is steered over to Vinny Millard in the corner. And now the Spuds pick it up. A centering pass comes astray in the circle. The shot hits the outside of the net from Corton. Now loose in front. They score! Zimmerman in front of the net, and it's 3-1 Moorhead. Time of the goal, 1:34, and it is a 2-goal lead for Moorhead, surrendering the first goal of this game, and then coming back with 2 in the second, and the first goal here in the third. So Raiders up against it now, trailing the champs by 2.
Moorhead goal scored by number 7, Zach Zimmerman. Assist to number 20, Evan Warner. And number 27, Drew Corson. That's Zimmerman from Warner and Corson.
Warner and Corton get assists on the goal by Zimmerman, and it's 3-1 Spuds, and we get a whistle as the puck was out of play. 15:06 to go. Face-off win for Cretin-Derham Hall. Back to the right point and played down. Behind the net. Raiders center it. Oh, and an opportunity there. As crashing through the slot was Cam Autry. Now, Autry, goal line extended. Sharp angle shot. Save, rebound, score! Thornvold for Cretin-Derham Hall makes it 3-2. His third. Autry will get an assist, and it comes at 2:14, and that's the goal that the Raiders needed. Get some momentum back on their side, and now they trail by 1, 3-2. And Moorhead plays through center. Let's get the goal.
Scored by number 23, Will Donville. Assist to number 5, Cam Autry. And number 16, Luke Palaszczuk.
And Palaszczuk gets the other assist for Cretin-Derham Hall. So 2:14, we have a 1-goal game again. And the Spuds have it behind their goal now. And Mickelson plays off to the near side. Now a long pass to center, tipped by Warner and intercepted. Warner will carry it back in over the line, though. Warner on his backhand. Warner plays it to the right edge, and then it's knocked behind the goal by Drury. Centering pass up the slot. And now to the near side, Mickelson having trouble with it. Gets back in, takes a shot. Oh, what a goal by Brandon Mickelson. Brandon Mickelson, that's just a ridiculous dangle. Got the goaltender off the post and tucked it home. Brandon Mickelson with a tremendous goal, and it is 4-2. 10th goal for Mickelson, and I don't think he'll score many better. 3 minutes is the time, and it's a 4-2 lead.
Moorhead goals from number 4, Brandon Mickelson. Assist to number 15, Zach Devig. And number 28, John Graham.
Devig and Kramer getting assists on the goal from Mickelson. His 10th at 3 minutes, and it's 4-2 for Moorhead. And now Bergeson back over the line. Comes around to the near side, banked off the boards, past Mickelson, and then retrieves it and throws it down low. Herman behind the net, and the Raiders try to win that one. Herman now tries to come out the far side, lost out there. And here comes Brown back for Cretin-Derham Hall. Mickelson takes it over. Now a pass to the near side, and here's Torrin Tompkins. Now to the right, knocked out of the air by Ruprecht on a shot. Saved by Arnold to the near boards. And it's controlled again. Tompkins centers it, comes right up the slot, and it's picked off by Bergeson. And back comes Moorhead. Over the line, Bergeson cuts to the slot, plays it low, and a penalty coming, and it might be on the goaltender, as Drury came out to play it and wound up tripping the Moorhead player coming through the crease. And now Zimmerman, we got a whistle. We have another penalty coming behind the play. We're going to get Corton. He's going to go for interference, I'm pretty sure, against Tompkins. We're going to get one penalty each way here. Corton for Moorhead. And I'm not sure who got that, who wound up going into the penalty box for Moorhead. Looks like Sinna. Yep.
2 minutes for tripping. And Moorhead's number 27, Drew Corton. 2 minutes for interference. Time to penalties, 4:18.
4:18 is the time. And it won't affect manpower. Raiders back. Engstrom. Now played down by Max Thompson. And we get a whistle as the puck is up out of play. So offsetting, but not coincidental, Miners. And we'll get a face-off in the Moorhead zone now to the right of goaltender Will Arnold. 4-2 the score, 12:14 to go. And Somweber will take the face-off against Zimmerman. And now Somweber has been dismissed. Timmons will draw. And it goes behind the net. Spud's in control. High off the glass, and that's going to come back into the zone. It's picked up there by Warner. Threw it across for Zimmerman. And a little bit too far. Winds up now behind the net. Warner there, and he takes a hit as Moorhead is to set up shop in the offensive zone. Less than 12 minutes to play. Cleared around to the far side, and Thompson for the Raiders plays it out to center ice. Now Johnny Bladow will play it in. And back behind the net now, Steffen. Now played into the Raiders' end, and a bouncing puck will come to the far side. Mickelson comes back for it, leaves it behind the goal. Engstrom swats it around to the near side, but only as far as Steffen at the right point. And now down behind the goal, it'll come to the far side, and Autry, one-touch pass to the middle, and that was nearly disastrous as it's picked up finally by Zach Zimmerman. Plays it down low, comes around to the near side, and it's a race to the post, and a good stop there off Kramer by Ernie Drury. Let's see how fast you can go from right to left. And the answer is pretty quickly as the puck is shot all the way down the ice, and that will be icing on the Raiders with 10:58 to play. And we'll get a draw all the way back in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone. Moorhead has 10 minutes and 58 seconds until they reach Brooklyn. As the Beastie Boys sing, no sleep till Brooklyn. Now cleared over to the far side, and a pass stolen by the Spuds and played back down by Arnold. Now a centering pass. Ooh, comes all the way through. And finally picked up in the near corner by Seamus Campbell. And he drops it back to the right point, looking there for Devig, and it's blocked back down to the corner. Will Cullen now behind the net, Campbell. And Delisle is on him as they go in against the boards. And finally picked up. Will Cullen behind the goal, takes a stiff shot there. Puck comes to the corner. Delisle trying to lean on it and knock it out. Now loose in the corner. And Delisle tied up with his man. Puck picked up and played towards the net. Stick save by Drury off to the boards on a bouncing shot. Now another one. That goes over the glass and out of play. Off the stick of Will Cullen. Face-off will come in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone to the right. 10 minutes, 4 seconds to play. One more game coming tonight as Holy Angels takes on Edina from the face-off. Centering pass by Bergeson, and that winds up more a shot on goals. Behind the net now Brown. Around to the near side, and the Raiders will pick it up. Sinna carrying out. Gets to the red line, backhands it in. And Arnold sticks it off to the boards, but the Raiders forecheck aggressively as Tompkins comes in. Now, here's Ruprecht along the boards to the right point. Now here is Matthias. High slot. And then that pass is picked off, and Michael Herman starts out. And now controlled by Bergeson for Moorhead as he plays it in. Herman peels off against Senna and now loses it in the circle. Senna starts back, and here comes Cretin-Derham Hall, 2 against 2. Over the line, a drop pass, and here's Tompkins returning it down low, and a save Arnold as the puck came through. He tried to find Ruprecht as he hit the goal crease area, and Arnold made a stop. So we'll get a face-off in the Moorhead zone now, down to 9:11 left. Shots were 15-14 for Cretin coming into this period. Cretin has 6 shots, and Moorhead has 4. Each team has scored once. Excuse me, Moorhead has... I'm watching the game. They have 2 goals here in the third period, and now play back in a sharp angle shot. Zimmerman rebound, and it's loose in the crease. Where is it? And it's underneath somebody. And we're going to get the signal is for a face-off outside. And we'll see. Going to come actually all the way back. And a hand pass has been called. So we'll get a face-off all the way back in the Moorhead zone. Puck dropped. Zimmerman wins the draw, and it plays back around behind to the near side. And Warner out to center. And here comes Moorhead back. Mickelson over the line. We know how dangerous he is. And then he is knocked in against the boards. Spuds pick it up. Zimmerman centers it. Picked off by Johnny Blado. And now back comes Cretin-Derham Hall down the near wing. Mav Timmons over the line, and he leaves it. Blado picks it up, cuts to the slot, and then lost possession. Warner back for Moorhead. Sweep check there by Engstrom knocks the puck free, and they come into the corner, and now it's loose behind the net. Zimmerman there has a man in front and throws it across. It's loose there as Arnold took the first shot but couldn't get it through. And now the Raiders in possession. They pass to the right, 8:13 to go, and the pass deflects over the glass and into the bench. And we'll get a face-off. 8:13 to go. Again, these are the only 4 games in Minnesota on this New Year's Day, 2026. Happy New Year to you. Face-off coming to the right of the goal. Puck to the boards and finally played down by Paulson. It'll come around behind to the near side. And Matthias there. And he is looking now, plays it rink wide to center. It's on the wrong side of Palachek. It'll go the length, and that will be icing on Cretin-Derham Hall. Less than 8 minutes now to go as the Spuds look for win number 10 on the season. This is Moorhead's first game in 10 days after a 10-3 win over Sartell in the last game of their own tournament in Moorhead. They also defeated Andover in that event by 7-3, but then the loss to Minnetonka. Oh, and there's a shot that might have caught the mask as Drury wound up facing the goal after stopping that shot. Now up the slot, here comes George Arnold. Over to the far side, drops it, and now at the right point, Corton. And he plays it down behind the net. And Delisle after it in the near corner for the Raiders. He's closest to it. Centering pass, and a shot blazed over the top again by George Arnold. Now played back to the Moorhead line and played to center ice. It's played back in, and now here's a 2-on-1 chance. Cullen shoots, save made by Ernie Drury. That would be Will Cullen. And now we've got wrestling in front of the goal, and let's see who's mixed up there. It's Millard for Cretin-Derham Hall and Arnold for the Spuds, who's had a good shift. And we're going to get penalties here. Arnold and Millard. Time of the penalties, 9 minutes and 42 seconds of the third period. Presumably roughing, but we will wait for the official announcement. Now played to the left point from the faceoff. Mickelson shoots, saved by Drury.
2 minutes for roughing, and the Moorhead's number 12, George Arnold, 2 minutes for slashing.
Slashing on Arnold, roughing on Millard. All right. Does not affect manpower. 5 aside with 7:12 left. And now the Raiders will play out to center ice and going after it there, Ruprecht. But he'll be a step slow, and Devig takes it behind the goal. Now back over to Mickelson. Now pass to the near side and play it out to center and into the zone just a little bit too far. And now Andrew Brown into the corner for Cretin-Derham Hall. Loses it. Winds up dribbling toward the point and finally out to center. And then Matthias takes a high hit there from Tyden Bergeson and goes down. Now Brown falls as he plays it in for Cretin-Derham Hall. And a back around on the near side for Devig. Deflected by Matthias into the zone. It's bouncing. It's picked up there. Here's a shot right on by Bergeson. And a glove gets in again, Moorhead. And Cretin-Derham Hall players clash in front of the goal. Now Moorhead going hard to the net, as you would expect. And the Raiders never a team to take that lying down. Now picked up by the Spuds from the faceoff. Centering pass is steered wide of the goal by Zimmerman on the near side, and the Raiders pick it up and carry out. Here's Diethert. He's over the line. He's got 2 players with him. The pass for Alex Blado. Shot, save, rebound. Blado scores, and it's 4-3. Alex Blado picks up the rebound at the right edge and shovels it home. And Cretin-Derham Hall is back in it. That is his 4th goal. 10:47 is the time. Still 6 minutes and 13 seconds to go, and the Raiders have their 2nd goal of the period. It's 4-3.
Cretin-Derham Hall goal, scored by number 9, Alex Blado. Assist to number 7, Aiden Diethert. And number 19, Grady Odlaw.
And Diethert and Odlaw get assists on the goal at 10:47 by Alex Blado. And it's a 4-3 lead for Moorhead. Matias facing off against Zimmerman to the right of the Moorhead goal. Johnny Blado against the boards, now down into the corner. Tompkins plays it back. Here's a shot by Delisle. It's blocked, and Warner will come out for Moorhead. They're 3 wide. Moorhead hits the line, a return pass in front, and again, Drury out. Puck behind the net, and it winds up going over the glass and out of play. So we'll get a face-off down to 5:44 to go. And this has been a good one. Cretin-Derham Hall took a 1-0 lead in the first period. 2 goals for Max Cullen, even things up. And put Moorhead in the lead, 2-1. Zimmerman made it 3-1 early in the period. Will Thonvold made it 3-2 just under a minute later. And 46 seconds later, Mickelson made it 4-2 on a terrific individual effort. And now Alex Blado has just made it 4-3 again. 5 minutes and 44 seconds to go, and they can't get centerman squared, and that will result in Max Cullen being tossed out. Now played off the dasher boards to center, and here's a chance down the wing. And that is Thonvold taken out against the boards. And now cleared out to center and past the defender Brown, who will then clear to center ice, and it's shot on in by Timmins. Behind the net, Arnold sets it up, sweeps around to the near side for Corton. Long pass on the tape at center for Max Cullen over the line. And here's Herman to the near boards, and it winds up behind the net. And Max Cullen again has possession. Challenged there by Brown. And the puck picked up by Timmins. Tries to play it out and does, but he winds up icing it. And that will result in a stoppage with exactly 5 minutes to play. And the face-off back in the Raiders' end. Each team with 2 goals here in the third period. And played down behind the net, Thompson. For Cretin-Derham Hall, goes up the wall. And Diethert now a rink-wide pass to center ice, and here's Thonvold, but he can't take it cleanly. Carries on. Thonvold into the corner, and then he lost out to Devig behind the goal. Devig, wow, a pass is stolen away, and the Raiders almost turned that into a scoring chance. Now here's Seamus Campbell down the far wing, playing it ahead. That's broken up at the blue line, and now the Raiders pick it up and clear it right back to center ice. Warner down the left wing, shot on into the zone. It goes wide, and the carom will be picked up by Engstrom with 4:20 left. And now Engstrom plays it behind the goal. Raiders will now come out the near side under pressure. A pass to Engstrom behind the net as the forecheck from Campbell bothered him a little bit. Now a pass up the middle, and it's tipped by Thonvold into the Moorhead zone. Mickelson backtracks for it. And now it winds up out at center. Engstrom. Autry. And Alex Blado plays it in. Now loose to the point, picked up, and now here comes Moorhead back. Pass over to the near side for Mickelson. Now Zimmerman down low. Puck played to the near side corner. Centering pass. Trainer shot right on, and Herman put it right into the logo on Drury, who made the save. 3:37 now to play. And Moorhead hanging on to a 4-3 lead. Now the puck is cleared. It goes over the glass, though, and out of play. So we lose a few seconds on the clock, and we'll go back into the Cretin-Derham Hall zone. We'll get a face-off now to the left of Ernie Drury, who has stopped 19 out of 23 shots. Here's Corton from the face-off. Throws it across, rink wide. Bergeson centers, and a shot right on. Boy, they worked that play well. And that time Max Cullen was stopped. Puck shot back into the Raiders' end. Delisle goes back for it. 3:15 to go. Feeds Alex Blado now to the right, and the Raiders will pass rink wide to center, and here's Deethert over the line. Pass back to the right, and that one was tipped. And here comes Moorhead back, Bergeson down the wing. Bergeson tries to throw it in front, and it comes onto the goaltender, and he goes down, and we're going to have a problem here. As Drury came out and made the catch, and then came into contact with a Moorhead player. I don't think there's anything malicious there, but Drury went down, and the end result is a face-off in the Raiders' end. Conversation there between John Ammerman and one of the officials. I don't know if he wanted a penalty for simulation on the goaltender Drury, but he's out of the crease. Now less than 3 minutes to go. Raiders play up the middle, and they're trying to find Ruprecht, and he's not able to touch it. It's going to be icing. Raiders with the skill level to make a play level like that with a flyer and a stretch pass to try to open up that defense. 2:49 left. Zimmerman will face off against Matthias to the left of the Raiders' goal. And it's picked up and played around the boards, ring wide, and now Engstrom chases it back down. And it came off his stick, and he lost it. Engstrom wins it back and feeds it back into the corner for Thompson, who fires it around the boards, looking there for Ruprecht. And now Cretin-Derham Hall with 2.5 minutes to go. Pass up the middle, and over the line is Matthias. He lays it ahead now to the charging forward, and now back to the left point, Engstrom to the circle, and that is Ruprecht. And it's played wide of the goal to the far side, chopped at by the Spuds. And 2:14 left now. Moorhead does get possession. They come around the near side, and this is Zimmerman. Over the line, Zimmerman cuts to the slot and then lost it. Played around in that by Thompson to the near side with 2 minutes now to go. And here come the Raiders. Matthias flips it in to the far side, and Paulson in the left corner, right back out to center ice. And the Raiders try again. Johnny Blado on the far side is played into the zone. Too far for him, and Paulson will take it behind the Moorhead goal with 1:40 to go. He's knocked off the puck, and Timmons puts it in front. A backhand shot by Blado and a save. Here's Delisle, top of the circle. And now the puck underneath and out to center. Here comes Cullen. Max Cullen over the line. Cullen centers it all alone, and a shot over the top by Bergeson. Great chances at both ends. 1:19 to go, and it's picked up now by Devig. Played off to the left. Mickelson will shoot it in for Moorhead. And now in the left corner, Delisle goes after it, and he's got it for the Raiders. Played on out to center. Timmons, and over the line they come. Now a drop pass, and it comes out to center as we hit the last minute. And the goaltender is off for Cretin-Derham Hall. Less than a minute to play. They couldn't get a timeout in there that I'm sure they wanted to take, but 48 seconds to go. Thompson leaves it. Johnny Blado having trouble, and he gets some help finally from Thompson off to the near side for Autry, but Cretin-Derham Hall now needs to play with some urgency. Blado tips it into the zone, and it's offside. Or did it come out? Anyway, you look at it, there's 32 seconds to go, and somebody's probably taking a timeout here, so we'll see it now as Cretin-Derham Hall takes it with 32 seconds to go, and they got a face-off outside the Moorhead blue line. And I'm pretty sure that sequence did not go the way that Cretin-Derham Hall would have wanted it to go. Going to get a stoppage in there with a little more time on the clock and maybe a chance to set up a set play if you can get it into the zone and get an offensive zone face-off. But you do what you have to, and Moorhead ran down probably 30 seconds of clock in that last sequence. Shots are dead even at 24. It's been a good game. Only Angels and Edina will close us out next. Game scheduled to start at 7:15. It's going to be a little bit later than that. Probably between 7:15 and 7:30, I reckon, as the timeout comes to an end, and we'll get a face-off outside the Moorhead line. And it'll be Max Cullen facing off against Johnny Blado. And they're having a hard time getting them squared away. And now a Moorhead player knocks down a Raiders player, Autry. And they drop that puck, but they'll do it again. A lot of time, a lot of difficulty here getting these fellas squared away. Now it's played into the Moorhead zone from the face-off. Goaltender off. And here's Matthias. Last stand for Cretin-Derham Hall. And now they start up, and here's Blado. And he will get zone entry on the right. Blado takes a shot. Oh, and he had the goaltender ducking, but he put it high. Matthias battling. Now Blado. Matthias throws it back towards the front of the net. And it's going to be held by Timmons with 9 seconds to go around the net. And now here's Matthias slamming a shot, and that goes off the traffic and comes back to neutral ice, and Moorhead is going to win this game. A well-played game, but the final score is Moorhead 4, Cretin-Derham Hall 3. And Moorhead improves to 10-1. Cretin-Derham Hall with 9 shots in the third period for a total of 24. Moorhead with 10 also for a total of 24. Cretin-Derham Hall goes to 7-4 on the season, and Moorhead wins for the 10th time in 11 starts. And we'll see 2 more games from them here at the Tradition Holiday Classic. Third period goals, Zimmerman's 8th and Mickelson's 10th. The game winner at 3 minutes of the period. Fonvold and Alex Blado for Cretin-Derham Hall. And Moorhead emerges victorious. So we'll set up one more stream. We've got Holy Angels and Edina coming up next here from the Tradition Holiday Classic on the Youth Hockey Hub.
With an injection, we're usually trying to minimize inflammation or block a nerve to prevent it from sending a signal somewhere that causes you pain. So we're not actually masking any of the symptoms or the problem, but we are trying to improve the inflammation or block the pain signal so that people can feel relief.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventory.